I went back and watched all of Messi's World Cup goals for this video, and I can tell you, no other record would mean to him as much as this one does. I will take you through every one of his goals in this video and explain why this record is special, but I just wonder, he is not even a striker, but he has gone toe-to-toe with the guys I'm about to talk about now. For decades, the title of the all-time World Cup top scorer belonged exclusively to a very specific breed of footballer, the ruthless penalty box poachers. Men like Gerd Müller, Gary Lineker, Ronaldo Nazario, and Miroslav Klose. To climb to the absolute peak of the FIFA World Cup scoring charts, you had to operate as a pure number 9. For 12 long years, the men's record was frozen at 16 goals, helped by the soft-spoken German Miroslav Klose. And if you widen the lens just to look across the entire landscape of global football, the absolute summit sat just one step higher at 17 goals, belonging to the legendary Brazilian queen Marta. Nobody in the global footballing community ever anticipated that a small, creative playmaker from Rosario, Argentina will go on and break that record. Because when you look at the trajectory of Lionel Messi's international career, the World Cup was not always his playground. Today, he has his 18th goal in the World Cup, 18 World Cup goals, past Klose, Marta, and anyone else that dare stand in his way. Now, he is standing entirely alone at the absolute summit of human achievement in the world's most popular sport. For a while, let's strip away all the gold medals, all the Copa Americas, the World Cup, golden boots, golden balls, and just look at Lionel Messi's international career before the 2018 World Cup. If you track Messi's achievement across the first 4 World Cups, you'd be horrified. It started in 2006 under manager Josep Pekerman. Messi arrived in Germany as an 18-year-old prodigy, wearing the number 19 shirt. He came off the bench against Serbia and Montenegro, provided a stunning assist. He became the youngest goal scorer in the tournament at that time. But that small boyhood innocence was instantly snuffed out in the quarterfinals. The manager inexplicably left him rotting on the bench while Argentina suffered in the quarterfinals as Messi watched helplessly when his team got knocked out against Germany on penalty kicks. By the time the 2010 World Cup came around, the narrative around Messi has completely changed. He arrived at the tournament as the undisputed best player on the planet, freshly crowned with the Ballon d'Or after scoring 47 goals in a single season for Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. But in a move of pure unhinged romanticism, the Argentine Football Federation decided to give the managerial reins to none other than Diego Armando Maradona. Yes, the legendary Maradona was a great player in his time, but in terms of management, well, did he deserve to manage Argentina at the World Cup? Well, I guess people were thinking of it was a theory like, the ultimate Argentine god will be in the dugout and his magic will flow through his air, through his successor in a way. So Messi became like a Sisyphus, Sisyphus, pushing a massive boulder entirely by himself up the hill. He played every single minute. He took 30 shots across the tournament. He hit the woodwork. He drew miraculous career-defining saves from opposition goalkeepers. But the back of the net completely eluded him. Yeah, he finished the 2010 World Cup with 0 goals as again Argentina lost to Germany 4-0 to get eliminated from the tournament. Then came Brazil 2014. This was supposed to be the ultimate sort of coronation for Messi. Now he was in his prime. He was at his peak. He's won the Champions League a few times. He's now the sole sort of hero in Barcelona. He's matured now. But on the international stage, he was still carrying a sort of structurally flawed, highly defensive Alejandro Savera team entirely on his back. But Messi somehow dragged the team through the group stages with his own magic and pure genius at times. But as the tournament moved to the knockout rounds, the offensive support vanished. Opposing managers deployed triple teams, fighting at his ankles and suffocating his space. By the time Argentina reached the final at the Maracana, Messi's legs were entirely gone. In the 47th minute against Germany, he found a fleeting pocket of space inside the box and dragged a standard left-footed finish just inches wide of the far post. A shot that he probably buries 99 times out of 100 at the Camp Nou. Unfortunately, just around an hour later, he was forced to walk up the steps of the stadium to receive his silver medal. The World Cup stood right next to him and he couldn't touch it. That photograph of him staring blankly at the trophy from just inches away became the defining image of grief in sport. But the global media did not praise him or anything. They did not say, oh my god, you did a superhuman job dragging this team to the final. No, everyone crucified him. They called him a failure. They called him a choker. They said that he would never sit on the same table as Maradona or Pele. The psychological pressure cooker was becoming crazy for Messi year after year, and it did not help with the back-to-back Copa America final defeats. In 2016, after losing the 2016 Copa America final to the same opponents he did 1 year ago, Chile, a completely broken 29-year-old Lionel Messi announced his retirement from international football. Pensándolo mucho en el vestuario. Creo que ya está para mí la selección. The national team is over for me. While the retirement only lasted a few months, he did drag Argentina back to the World Cup in 2018 with spectacular performance in the qualifiers. But again, the squad was old, lethargic, and ancient. In the round of 16, a 31-year-old Messi saw 18-year-old Kylian Mbappé dismantle his Argentina team and once again killing any dreams that he had of winning the World Cup. I remember after the conclusion of that match, the commentator said that this might be Messi's last dance. He'll be 35 at the next World Cup and there's no way he will come back and win the World Cup. Well, who's laughing now? He was 31 years old. He had played 4 physical World Cups. He only had 6 goals in these tournaments. So catching Miroslav Klose's 16 goals was nearly impossible. Everyone thought his World Cup career was over. Act 2. The goals. Every historical monument is built one stone at a time. Come, let's examine the complete anatomical 18 goals that Lionel Messi scored and how and why it mattered. How did these 18 goals take him from an international failure to the undisputed king of the World Cup? Number 1. Germany. An 18-year-old phenom makes his World Cup debut. Less than 15 minutes after coming off the bench, he plays a rapid, instinctive 1-2 with Hernan Crespo, outpaces the entire Serbian backline and slides a clinical right-footed finish under the goalkeeper to seal a 6-0 win. Youngest scorer of the 2006 tournament, pure teenage kicks. Number 2 doesn't come in 2010, but it takes 8 years for it to arrive. Yeah, after 8 years in South Africa, Messi finally scores his second World Cup goal at the legendary Maracana. Number 3, the ultimate individual bailout. Deadlocked at 0-0 in the 91st minute against a heroic, suffocating Iranian low block, Argentina is staring at a draw. Messi picks up the ball on the right edge of the box, takes 3 steps, and whips an unstoppable bending left-footed rocket into the top far corner. Number 4, we're still in 2014, group stage match against Nigeria. Angel Di Maria thumbs a drive off the upright. Operating with the elite sort of poaching instincts of a classic number 9, Messi reads the trajectory of the rebound before the Nigerian centre-backs can even turn, arriving on the half volley to rocket the ball into the roof of the net. Number 5, 42 minutes into the exact same match, a free kick 25 yards out. He wraps his boot around the ball, dropping it over the wall with immense backspin, and the keeper stays entirely rooted. His first free kick goal at the World Cup. Number 6, 4 years later, but still against the same opponent. The only goal that Messi scored in the 2018 tournament. Facing group stage elimination in St. Petersburg, Ever Banega launches a 40-yard ball over the top. Running at his absolute top speed, Messi cushions the ball on his left thigh, takes a secondary magic touch, and then fires it right past the keeper. Number 7, 4 years later, the 2022 redemption arc begins. 10 minutes into the opener in Qatar, Messi coolly sends the Saudi goalkeeper the wrong way from the penalty spot. Number 8, probably the most crucial strike of his life. Staring elimination in the face in the 64th minute, everyone was wondering whether Argentina are gonna go out or win. Messi takes one touch to set his base and drives the vicious ground missile through the legs of a defender into the bottom right corner. Number 9, in his 1000th professional appearance and his first ever World Cup knockout goal. Crowded by 3 Australian defenders inside the box, he initiates a rapid 1-2 sequence with Nicolas Otamendi and then puts the ball in the back of the net with a classic ground curler. Number 10, a deeply venomous, bad-tempered quarterfinal against Louis van Gaal. Messi stands over a penalty in the 73rd minute, completely disregards all the mind games going around and forces the ball into the net. Number 11, semi-final of the World Cup. Messi entirely abandons his trademark placement technique and he just puts a raw power, smashing an unsavable thunderbolt into the upper side roof of the net. That led Argentina to the final. Now, number 12, the final. 23rd minute of the greatest football match ever played. Di Maria wins the penalty. Messi gives Hugo Lloris a subtle drop of the shoulder waits for the Frenchman to move to the left and passes the ball into the open right corner. A World Cup final goal for the greatest of all time. Number 13, the goal that brought it all back. With France having clawed back to 2-2, Lautaro Martinez blasts a shot at Lloris, but the rebound falls directly to Messi, who puts it into the net and completes a World Cup final brace. Number 14, 15 and 16. Yes, Messi tied the World Cup record with a hat-trick against Algeria in the opening match for Argentina at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It was a brilliant hat-trick. In 90 minutes, he jumped past Pele and Ronaldo Nazario and equaled Miroslav Klose's record. Number 17, the record-breaking goal came after he missed an early penalty, but in the 38th minute, he recreated one of his most famous El Clasico goals to break the 12-year-old world record. Number 18, deep into stoppage time, refusing to let the match die quietly, Messi picks up the ball 40 yards out and drives straight into the heart of the Austrian box. His initial shot is blocked by a wall of white shirts, but he ruthlessly hunts down his own loose ball and stabs it home. 18 goals past Klose, Marta, and now the undisputed top scorer in the entire history of the FIFA World Cup over the men's and women's World Cups combined. 18 World Cup goals. It is just a statistical anomaly. When you look at the names sitting just below him on the list, whether it's Marta, Klose, Mbappé, Gerd Müller, Jules Fontaine, it's just pure footballing royalties. It's insane, and it's all number 9's proper poachers who camp in the penalty box and are not playmakers like Messi is. But records, unfortunately, are meant to be broken. Football has changed now. FIFA World Cup has changed now. When Just Fontaine scored his miraculous 13 goals in 1958, or when Pele was operating in his prime, the FIFA World Cup was a tight, exclusive 16-team tournament. For Miroslav Klose to score his 16 goals between 2002 to 2014, he had to navigate a 32-team structure where reaching the final guaranteed you a minimum of 7 matches to be played. Today, the FIFA World Cup is a sprawling 48-team industrial complex of sorts. The tournament has been massively widened. A squad that reaches the final or even third place in the tournament is expected to play at least one more match now. Furthermore, the massive expansion of the group stages means elite, top-tier squads are now being scheduled against emerging, lower-ranked footballing nations making their debuts on the global stage. If an elite world-class forward stays healthy and fit across 3 or 4 World Cup cycles in his career under this new sort of expanded World Cup, they won't be just playing 28 matches like Messi has done so far in his career. They will probably play like 32, 35, maybe even 38, 40 games. That's almost an entire domestic season. As of writing this, Mbappé is third on the list with 16 goals in 16 games, just 2 behind Messi's 18. He has already tied the record that Messi just broke on the same day that he did it. I mean, I even believe that Mbappé will probably break Messi's record by the time this video even comes out. He's only 2 behind. And then if you look at Erling Haaland, he has only played 2 matches at 25 years old and has scored 4 goals. There's easily 3 more World Cups in him. The way he keeps his fitness, the way he attacks the ball, the way he's leading Norway, I think another 3 World Cups, and if he plays well, if his team plays well, he gets the maximum amount of matches, he too can probably break the 16 mark and then the 18 goal mark that Messi has set so far. Even 18-year-old Lamine Yamal, who still hasn't played full 90 minutes of a World Cup game, already has 1 goal. At 18, he has 1 goal. I mean, he can still play for 6 more World Cups and, beat Messi's record with ease. But the truth is, yeah, Messi's record will eventually be surpassed. And when that day inevitably arrives, whether it's 2030, 2034, or 50 years from now, media will execute their standard procedure, They will put new glowing graphics. They will say, oh, he's the new GOAT, the best player of all time. They'll make viral social media edits about him and will say that he is the king of the World Cup. But the thing is, the numbers will always tell you how many, but they will never tell you how. It can never capture the emotional significance of the journey that Messi had to take to get to this point. When someone eventually scores number 19, which could be Mbappé, just 3 days from now, ask yourself these questions. Will they have had to achieve it while carrying the crushing religious expectations of a nation that demanded that Messi replicate the literal miracles of Diego Maradona? Will they have had to endure a 12-year psychological beating where their own native journalists publicly questioned their patriotism? Will they have had to completely break down, announce their retirement, rebuild their mental architecture from scratch, and return to conquer the sport as a 39-year-old man working on a declining hamstring? Just want to say, muchas gracias, Lionel Messi. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you drop a like and subscribe to La Liga Vic. I make videos about Spanish football and everything beyond it. So in case you enjoy content like that, make sure you hit a like, follow me, and comment what you think about this video. I will see you soon. I will see you in the next one. Hasta luego.